Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here, Just Podiatry. We have a very young patient who has presented for the first time to our office with a lesion to the medial aspect of the right heel. The lesion, the callus, has been present for 6 months in duration. It's kind of a very atypical presentation because the patient states that when she does walk, there is no pain. At night, there is pain. Some throbbing as well, am I correct? Mm-hmm. Let's take a look. So, that's what the lesion looks like. And I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to carefully debride.
Is it all right?
And again, what am I looking for? We're looking for a little bit of, these pinpoint hemorrhagic changes. Please let me know if it becomes a little bit sensitive, okay? So we carefully debride all of this callus, this surrounding callus. And we were just talking that 6 months ago, the patient had a blister there. And what I assume, and I hate to assume, but I presume that because Wart is a virus, whatever transpired back then, whether it was a little injury, whether whatever happened then, allowed the virus to inoculate the affected area. In order for the virus to inoculate, there has to be a port of entry. ¿Entiende? Mm-hmm. So if you're wondering, well, how did I end up with a wart on my heel? That's how. And especially where we see historically warts are on weight-bearing areas, such as the heel. You can ask questions.
Is it gonna grow back?
Well, what I'm gonna do is we'll trim a little bit more. Sometimes there's a little bit of what we call pinpoint bleeding. These little hemorrhagic changes, and I'll definitely explain to not only yourself but to the world, because we like to educate. And until, like I said before, until proven otherwise, this is a wart. It's getting a little bit sensitive.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there. Thank you for saying that. That's important. Okay, so. Okay, so I want everyone to take a look here. So what we're looking at is just the central portion. Again, when I press like this, no pain. When I squeeze, and I'm not gonna do it like I did, pain, right? There is pain. That's what we call the squeeze test. Until proven otherwise, we have a wart. Let's go to the whiteboard very quickly. Okay. Skin. This is the lesion. Can everyone see? Skin, callus, lesion underneath. Blood vessels. Sometimes these little blood vessels will make their way all the way here, right? And then they may have a little branches, right? Kind of like that, and that's how the wart thrives and survives. Blood. That's what feeds the virus. So what did we just do? With our 15 blade, we removed all of this. Okay, so now we're to the level, okay, of the surrounding skin.
Mm-hmm.
So now, again, I just want to be very clear, this is the wart, which is underneath the skin. So, in respect to treatments, okay, in respect to all of the treatments, we use a very powerful acid that is actually derived from a beetle. That's why we call it Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times. Absolutely, you know, historically speaking, cryotherapy, historically speaking, you know, cauterization, but the Beetlejuice is extremely effective. So my recommendation today is a first application of the Beetlejuice, also known as canthrone. Canthrone is extremely powerful, and it will eat this. We have the patient come back in 2 weeks. At 2 weeks, we reevaluate the clinical presentation. If we'll do exactly what we just did, we remove some of the callus, you might see a blister. It does have a blistering effect. That's how it works. We trim all the, you know, the dry callus, we take a look. If we see that there's still a little bit of the residual tissue, we apply the Beetlejuice solution again. So it's every 2 weeks. Looking, everyone is different, but looking at the clinical presentation, the lesion itself, it may take 2 or 3 applications. Questions? Okay, so excellent. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is put our gloves back on.
You have to inject the area?
That's the beauty of this treatment. It's very, very friendly. You know, I would say easily 90-95%. I've said it in the past in all of our previous videos. I would say 90% of the warts that we see here are seen in the pediatric population, not the adult population. In the pediatric population, we still see a lot of physicians and doctors carving these warts out. So to answer your question, you know, no, there is no injecting local anesthesia. We don't carve these lesions out anymore. I don't remember the last time. It's been a very, 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 very long time. So it's very friendly in that respect. So again, we keep the Beetlejuice inside this special pressurized little gadget. and it's dark because it will crystallize if exposed to the sunlight. Give it a little shake like that. And it smells like you guys would not even believe. Just apply just like that. Okay. Stay right there, Elizabeth. Thank you. I said to stay there just because I want everyone to see the reaction already. You see how it's turning white? It's already performing the desired effect. How friendly is that treatment?
It didn't hurt.
Right. Now that's a practice builder. So let's cover the cantharone because it smells. Let's put it back right in there. And we're all set.
Care until I come back.
Excellent question, and let's keep on rolling because I think a lot of people might be thinking that same question. The first 48 hours, you keep it clean, covered, and dry. Water deactivates the Beetlejuice. So there's a small population that after 24 hours the pain may get a little bit too much, and that's when after 24 hours we recommend that they wash it off. But historically 48 hours.
Okay. So no exercising.
You can, but it may be a little bit. You may like me today, you may not like me very much tomorrow.
Okay. If it gets sweaty and it's dark and...
No, discomfort.
So when I wash it off, then there won't be a discomfort.
That is correct.
But I should keep it on as long as possible, up to the 48 hours.
That is correct. Excellent questions. Like always, www.josspodiatry.com, Instagram, Dr. Tojam, Joss Podiatry, Facebook, and last but not least, our YouTube channel, Joss Healthcare. I hope everyone has enjoyed this video. Remember, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.